Hi everybody. Now we're going to look at question 124. So let's start and read the question. Should a country's government tell its citizens how many children they can have? Let's look at this question and look at some of the words in it. Should a country's government, do you know government? The government is the group of people who run the country, who manage the country. For example, there's the president, there are the judges, and in the USA and many other countries they have the Senate. These are the people who make the laws. Should that group of people tell its citizens is the people of the country, you and I. You are a citizen of Korea, I guess, and I am a citizen of England, Britain. So should the government tell us how many children they can have? Now this may seem strange. Why would the government tell citizens how many children they can have? Well, actually, this really happened. Like it mentions in the sample answer, we're going to read that in a moment. In China, they had what was called a one-child policy, meaning a one-child law. And that meant that each family could only have one child. So nobody had brothers or sisters. It seems strange, right? We're not used to that in other countries. I say used to because actually this is no longer a law in China. This law was started in 1979 and actually finished in 2015. So only 2 years ago that finished. Before that, you could only have one child. So anyway, let's read the sample answer, and there'll be a lot of things we can talk about here. So let's read. I think governments should tell their citizens how many children to have. So as always, answering the question in the first sentence. What do you think? First sentence. To begin with, there are too many people on the earth. Do you think that's true? Do you think we have too many people? Another word for this is overpopulation. Overpopulation. That means there's too many people. So maybe you can use this word in your answer. Overpopulation. Let's continue. The earth now has over 7 billion people, and we simply do not have enough natural resources to feed, clothe, and raise more people. 7 billion people. That's 7. That's 7 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zeros. That's a lot of people. And it says we don't have enough natural resources. What are natural resources? They would be things like coal, trees, gas, the things we use to make electricity, all the things we use to run our factories, the fuel that we put in cars, the things we use to make everything, plastics, metals. These are natural resources. And it says here that we don't have enough to feed, give food, clothe, give clothes, and raise more people. Maybe true, maybe not. If we continue to have more and more children, a lot of people will starve to death. That means they'll die because they don't have food. In addition, if a government sets up this policy, then we can live more comfortably. We will be able to live in larger homes instead of cramped apartments in the cities. Cramped means too small. You don't have space to move. Imagine living in a one-room apartment with your mom, your dad, your grandfather, your granddad, grandfather, grandmother, your sister, your 3 brothers, all in a one-room apartment. That would be very cramped. Anyway, we will be able to live in larger homes instead of cramped apartments in the cities. For these reasons, so here's the conclusion. And here you can say for these reasons, but you could also use different words like in conclusion, therefore, consequently. I like this one. It makes you sound really smart. Consequently. Here they used for these reasons. I think that governments, like China, should do almost everything they can to limit the number of children people have. What do you think? Do you think that we should limit the number of children people have? Here they told us many good things about having a one-child policy or a limited number of children we can have. But what would be the bad points about that? What if you really wanted a boy? You wanted a son, but your firstborn was a girl. You can never have more children, right? That's a problem. What if you have twins and you were only allowed to have one child? There's also a problem. Actually, it sounds horrible, but many children were given to either adoption, meaning they gave the child away, or they were aborted, meaning they essentially killed the child. So you really want a boy. You're very, very rich. You have lots of money. You want to give all your money to your son. However, your firstborn is a girl. So then, what do you do with the girl? Just, right? Get rid of her? It's a difficult decision. So maybe there are many problems with having a one-child policy or a limited number of children you can have. And I would like you to talk about some of those now, if that's what you believe. If not, then you can use some of the examples they give in the sample answer. For example, the environment, overpopulation. That would be a good start for you. So, good luck with your answer. And as always, if you need help, contact us by email or talk to your teacher. And yeah, have fun.